I'm not looking. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna look. Oh, hey! I guess I am gonna look. Hey, I'm Dylan Stewart. Today is day 27 of a 100-day challenge that I took on to really unpack who I am and become a better me, to love myself a little more, to look in the dark hidden spots and really try and get a better understanding of who I am so that I can be a better person. And I want to invite you to join me on that journey. They call me the Northstar Man. They call me that because I found this North Star in my life, this guiding light that pulls and directs me and really pushes me to be a better person, pushes me to be a better man, a better father, a better son. And I've really taken that on as this charge, as this purpose in my life, to not just take those steps of being a better person, but to help others do it as well. And that's what I'm doing on these daily live videos. So here's what I want to talk about today. You'll notice instead of the Roosevelt fireside chat, you've got the Northstar Man fireside chat. Yeah, I really like the idea of having the fire behind me today, not just because it's visually entertaining, because who doesn't love looking at fire, because it really represents what I want to talk about today. You know, I think a lot of us spend our lives with blinders on. And we talk about being self-aware, and we talk about being awake and being present and being conscious, and the real question is, are you? Do you take the time to look at those places inside of you that are ugly? Parts of you that you don't want to look at? Yesterday, I looked. I did. I peeled back this inner layer, and I looked really deep and really hard at who I am on the inside and what the parts of me that are on the inside that I don't like look like. Whether it's a tendency towards addictions in my life that has really held me back, or whether it's selfishness, whether it's not forgiving parts of myself for things that I did, whether it's guilt, shame, humiliation, all of these pieces of who we are as people that we'd like to not look at, but they're there. It's like this fire, they're burning deep inside of you, and they can burn you up. If you want to get to a place in your life where you are really aware and awake and present, and you're becoming a better person, and you're looking at yourself and you're asking the hard questions, you've got to start with a little bit of awareness, a little bit of self-awareness. So what I wanted to really focus on today is gratitude for bravery. Gratitude for taking that flashlight into those dark corners of who you are and really exploring the things you don't like about yourself. Not allowing them to overwhelm you, not going, I can't ever change this, but you can't change what you're not aware of. So I'll speak personally. I have struggled with addictions in my life. Most notably pot. I've never had a big alcohol problem. I can kind of take it or leave it, but good God, you put a joint in front of me and I'm stoned for the next 2 weeks. And I've had to come to terms with the fact that I just kind of can't. And we live in a culture now where marijuana use is not only accepted, but legalized in the state that I'm in, of California. And it's almost a stigma to not love smoking pot all of a sudden, which is weird. And I get it because I love it, but I also know that it's not good for me and it doesn't help me take care of who I am. And part of this journey that I'm on in these videos, and part of the journey that I'm on in my life right now, is to really take care of me. Do the things that are good for me. And I know that pot's not one of them. But it really sucks that I can't just hang out with my buddies and smoke a joint, because my friends all smoke pot, my parents smoke pot, everyone I know smokes pot. And yet, for me, it's just not something that's good for me. What are the things in your life that you do and you know they're not good for you? Is it how you eat? Is it the fact that you're not exercising? Or is it the fact that you've got these hidden shame and guilt and anger and pain and suffering and sadness tucked deep inside, under the rug, in the closet, in the guest house, locked completely away from you and the whole world? And is that serving you? I've stopped that. I've unlocked those doors. I've pulled off the rugs and turned the lights on in those closets, because that's the only way that I'm going to get this to not burn me alive. And once you do, once you start to look at those sides of yourself, whether it's addiction, whether it's sadness, whether it's loneliness, whatever it is that's in there, it's cooking you. It's hot out here today. It's a sunny day in California, and I got a fire behind me. Really, Dylan? That's how you want to spend your morning, being burned like that? And yet, you kind of have to. You kind of have to get into that fire and root around and find those pieces that are pulling at you, that are tugging you, and that are changing who you are and who you want to be. So that's your challenge for today. Today, my challenge is to get up, get moving, get in action, and continue the progress that I've made over these last 26 days. Do the work that I need to do internally and externally, care for myself in the ways that I can, and love myself. I'm Dylan Stewart. I'm the Northstar Man. Today was day 27, and I'll see you tomorrow. But first, let's turn off this fire. Just like that. Have yourself a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.